He's actually not the case. We got I'm so excited these came in. I'm so excited. Yeah, y'all just Venmo me $10 and we're all there. Start with open forum. Would anybody like to utilize open forum this evening?
So essentially, I found out over the summer that OIT is suspending our computer releases at the end of their term. And mine just happened to be a month. So that's what this is for. You guys will see in there that we are making some necessary upgrades to sustain our software and make these computers last as long as possible. Because this is not something we planned on, it's not something we want to do again for a long time. So just to consider if you have any questions on that.
show the newer Spectrum members what is safe on campus, who is friendly, what to do if you experience bias in your classroom, whether from your teachers or your classmates, where to go, where is safe off campus, where is not safe off campus, and what resources are available to us. And so if you would all like to come out and get to know what you can do as SGA senators to help make Auburn a more welcome and more positive place for the LGBT student body, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
What was the date for that one again?
Next week it will be Wednesday, September 4th, here in the Student Center. I will announce the room next week from 6:30 to 8 p.m.
All right, would anybody else like to utilize open forum this evening? All right. So now we're moving to roll call. Senators, please pick up your iClickers and click in for A. The minutes were sent out electronically with any corrections. Anybody need to see the name? All right, seeing none, they're approved and corrected. So now we'll move into reports of officers. Mayor Margaret.
War Eagle.
War Eagle. Mayor Margaret.
It's a great Monday, 5 days until football. Really looking forward to that. Thank you all for a really great, interactive, and I thought productive retreat yesterday or Saturday. I really appreciate school council that were able to come out, but your eagerness and just willingness to work with your counterparts in the cabinet and just to serve this university is commendable. So thank you very much for diving into that. We're excited for the semester, and I'm confident in the work that y'all are going to be doing. I also just want to emphasize that we are a resource. All of the members of our executive team want to help you. We want to help share some of that information that we do have, so that way your resolutions and the things that your committees are able to come up with will be as impactful as possible. So please don't hesitate to reach out, but I hope you'll have a great meeting. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Hey y'all, just wanted to update y'all. James and his team has been working hard on budgets that are coming up, so I encourage y'all to look out for those. All the senators that are on the BNF committee have been working really hard over the summer to make sure the budgets look good coming up in September. And then, as Mayor Margaret said, we want to be a resource to y'all. So if you ever want to talk anything finance or just talk, my office hours are really from like 9 a.m. to around 11 in the morning, Monday through Thursday. So it's the last office on the right in the SGA workspace. So thanks, guys.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I know you were here last week, but I was not, so welcome back. I just wanted to share some dates with y'all. So I know y'all are super excited. Safety Walk is already coming around the corner for the fall. So it's going to be September 16th at 7 p.m. So we'll talk we made these decisions. And I just thought that was really powerful because I was thinking if we had the same thing happen, if someone from UGA came here to Auburn and we did that sort of demonstration to them, would our administrators have that information to know exactly what students wanted and make the changes, such as if we were going to replace signal with something else, so they know exactly what students wanted to make that change. So that just encouraged me to make sure that we're getting that information in. As I talked about on a retreat on Saturday, if y'all have Auburn answers, if y'all have feedback that y'all hear, please submit in Auburn Answers. Since you're in SGA, you probably won't get a formal response in the 48 hours since we'll assume that you guys are sending us information. But please keep sending that in because we want to be able to relay all of that. We've gotten a lot of transit information on a few specific routes. So if you hear any specific routes, send them in as well. And we're setting up a meeting with administrators, not this week, but next, to address some of those and hopefully get some of those changed or altered a little bit so that they can be more efficient because of student feedback. So that's all that. And y'all can just, if y'all just want to say this is for this feedback for SGA and all that, that's great. Thank you.
Okay, hey everyone. Did everybody yesterday around 6 p.m. get an email that said this week at SGA with everything? And then has everyone noticed we started running those on social media as well? Alright, so that's something new that my team's working to create. So basically the purpose behind it is just to have more consistent, clear, and non-cluttered communication from one cabinet team to another cabinet team all the way to Senate. Really minimize some sort of group me chains within SGA. So sort of the process behind all of this is that all the committee chairs should have received an email from me last week with a document that is basically a live document where they can submit any event with the date, time, location that they want to add to the This Week in SGA document. So anytime you have something that's going on that you would like to add, send it to your committee chair and you'll have access to add it to that. Then also any form of concourse sign up, whether it's volunteer for Heyday or work the freshman forum concourse, all those links will be in there instead of just sending it out in several different listserv emails. And then we're also going to have a link to download all the graphics for the week on Box, and then also include some in the email. So just be on the lookout for those and then contact your committee chair if they need anything. The deadline each week is Wednesday at 5 p.m. for it to run the following Sunday. So just keep that in mind. And then the other thing is that in the past we've had marketing work order forms that are sort of, or they were housed on the SGA website, but now we are moving that to AU Involve. So make sure that you have officially joined SGA on AU Involve, and anytime you need marketing materials, photographer, website maintenance, or coverage in student media, submit it through that form. That's all I have. Or yes, but
Did not get the email. Should it just like,
did anybody else besides say something? Okay, so that I will double check. We got y'all. Okay. All right, that's it.
John, hers was John.
Yeah, mine was a junk, I just want to move it out.
Okay.
It's just like, just we can just use it, it's like
Yes.
not a nonsense.
All right.
This week, SGA.
Hey y'all, so fall is here, which means programs are in full swing. So just to update on some things that happened this week, we had our row allocation meeting for blocks meeting, so all of our rows were successfully allocated. Coming up, we have two important deadlines. So on September 3rd, the grade registration forms are now will be down. And so make sure to encourage any of the organizations that you're a part of, any organizations within your specific college to apply for that. Also on September 3rd, freshman form applications will be due as well. And so encourage any freshmen to apply. Thank y'all. Hey guys, I want to say thank you to all of you who helped us with the Ask Me on Monday and Tuesday last week. It was super successful. We're very thankful for that continued partnership with BSU. We showed a lot of students where the Haley Center was on the Haley Center concourse. And so next week we're going to be having another outreach day. And so since, like Julian said, we've gotten a lot of feedback about parking and transportation, but a lot of it is verbal. And so we need to be able to quantify those complaints and thoughts and ideas from students. So we are going to be in front of Mel next Wednesday
gathering feedback from students via Auburn Answers, but also just to reiterate what Julianne said, if you hear a friend complaining, giving a suggestion about something on campus that you know SGA has abandoned, which is basically everything, first ask them if they'll submit an Auburn Answers, but if they're not willing to or don't have time to, please submit it like through your own name, because if we don't have the quantifiable responses, if Julianne and her team or Kat and her team can't go into those meetings and say, okay, like X amount of students said this, and it just makes things a lot easier. So yeah, thanks guys.
Sure. All right, so now we're moving to reports of colleges, starting with at large.
None at large. Hey guys, everybody's summer went well. Just one little thing for us this week. We've been trying to figure out like how we can do our office hours like and be more effective with them throughout March. So I think what we're gonna do this week is all meet like a time for lunch from like 11:30 to 1, either in the student center or maybe Foy, Village Island, just somewhere on campus that's really easy for students to get to. And like just kind of have a sign out be like, hey, we're SGA Senators, come out and talk to us about what you think we can change or things that we can help with. So that's something we're gonna be doing, but we'll shoot y'all out the exact time for that. We're thinking Thursday right now, but we're not sure. But we'll let y'all know so that y'all can tell people and let everybody know what we're doing. So thank y'all.
All right, agriculture, business.
Sadie Business, thank you, Mr. President. Just a few things going on in the business school. First and foremost, we have our business bash coming up Tuesday, September 10th. Great opportunity at 1 o'clock on the Louder Lawn to get to know some of the ways you can get involved within the College of Business. Next, we have our ribbon cutting ceremony for the new graduate business building, Friday, September 13th, from 1:30 to 3 o'clock. So please come on out for your support. It'd be greatly appreciated. Really looking forward to the new opportunities we'll have through this building. And I'd like to thank our executive society within the business school and all business students for coming out to our barbecue bash this past Friday. Great opportunity to get to meet some of your fellow students, and a few of us were out there meeting some of our constituents as well, and had a great time eating some good barbecue and talking to some good people. So that's all in the business world. Thank you.
Co-Sam.
Awesome, Sam. So SGA on display went really well. We had a lot of people actually come to our table and were interested. So that kind of leads into my next report, which is we have open house this Wednesday from 10:30 to 1, where all of the organizations in COSAM will be like out in the hallway of SCC, and so students can come and find ways to get involved. And so that's what we told them about at SGA on display. And we're still working on gathering the data from the Welcome Week survey that we took when we gave out the free Chick-fil-A, but we got like nearly 200 responses, which is pretty great. And our senators and schools council are going to partner together and have a meeting with our advisors. We're going to like join in on one of their meetings to hear things on their side and suggestions from them. So that's all.
Education,
No report.
engineering.
Strong engineering. A couple exciting things happening in our new building. First of all, our cafe opened today, and so that's super exciting. If you're hungry, pay us a visit. Secondly, we have a lot of job openings available. Our hours are currently from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., and they're looking to extend those. Those are open to anyone, so if you have any friends or constituents looking for jobs on campus, you can tell them that they can find that application on Handshake. And then third thing, also in this building, we're going to be doing something similar to the at-large committee, and we're just going to have a table with a sign for office hours and meet together.
Forestry and wildlife.
Mainly forestry and wildlife. I wasn't here last week to report about this, but last Wednesday evening we had an icebreaker welcome back to school event, which we had an awesome turnout of faculty and students. We introduced our student ambassadors, students council. All of our clubs and organizations had tables set out for the people to sign up. We catered Chick-fil-A. We hosted a cornhole tournament. Smokey the Bear made an appearance for his recent 75th birthday. And we had a hissing cockroach, a bearded dragon, and a baby boa constrictor, which was pretty crazy. And the students council and I have been meeting together frequently, so I'll keep you updated with upcoming events.
Grad school.
No report.
Human sciences.
No report.
Liberal arts.
No report.
Nursing.
Raoul Nursing.
reports, academic affairs.
Patel Engineering. So in the spirit of collaboration, I just want to tell y'all that our weekly meetings are going to be from 6:15 to 7:30 on Thursdays. We've set the main goal with the exec team and cabinet members that we're going to move forward with having our main goal as going forward with dead days and doing research and doing that. So if any of y'all are interested, come to our meetings. And then I just wanted to poll some of y'all. Raise your hand if y'all have ever looked at the syllabus bank and used it, like, not just looked at it, but like actively used it. Okay. Thank you.
All right, budget and finance.
City Business, thank you, Mr. President. Busy 2 weeks here for the Budget and Finance Committee. Just a couple dates for y'all to keep in mind. We're going to have our preliminary hearings next week, Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday it's going to be from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Thursday is going to be 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Opportunity for the different SAP treasurers to come and present their budgets to us. Let us ask a few questions that we might not know the answers to or maybe want to dig a little deeper on. And then really hashing it out the week after, we'll have our Budget and Finance hearings where we will get to that magic number. We're not aware of that number yet, but as soon as I find out, we'll let you know. Just as an idea right now, we have $1.26 million proposed before salaries and stipends, and that number is a pretty big one, the salary and stipends, and we'll have to make cuts from there, and that process is all getting rolling. And again, if you have any questions, please reach out to any of us. The final budget hearings are going to be at 5 o'clock Tuesday the 17th till whenever we can hopefully get it done that evening. We currently have it till 11 p.m. that night. Hopefully we're not there that long, but if we are, we're going to have a tentative date for Wednesday as well, meeting again at around 5 o'clock, and that location will be determined. But that Wednesday for the final hearing, hopefully in this room right here, I'll let you know next week for sure. If there isn't a next week, I'll let you know in the emails that get sent out. Thanks.
Go to laws.
For liberal arts, we decided a meeting time at Tuesdays at 5:30. So if y'all want to come join us, we will be in the involvement suite in the SGA workspace. And then also, schools council, like with your constitutions, if y'all make any changes, they have to go through Senate, so make sure to send them to me, and we can get them looked over and make sure that they match up with like our code and look similar. Because like I mentioned last semester, we want them to all kind of be along the same lines, just so there's some consistency there. So yeah, just make sure to send them to me if you make changes.
Inclusion and diversity.
Cosmic Sam. So we having a vet med representative and a grad student representative. The only time literally possible for us to meet is Monday nights right now, about 6:30. So if you want to join us, or if you, like I always say, know of any groups or people that we're missing representing on campus, please reach out to any of us and let us know. Today we finally got to meet with our, well, not meet with our subcommittees, but vote on like which subcommittee each partner of the inclusion and diversity team would she prefer to work with, and so we're going to get that finalized tonight, and we'll begin our subcommittee work soon, so I'm excited to report on that.
Student affairs.
Good evening, y'all. Couple things that I wanna let you know what's new with the Student Affairs Committee. I just want to go ahead and congratulate Kat Bryant, who will be heading up a subcommittee. Go ahead, Kat. Go ahead. Kat will be she'll be looking into displaying one of those diamond placards downtown. You know, if you're ever walking downtown by Little Italy's or Sky Bar or any of those other places and you see those diamonds on the ground, she's going to be looking into that, and her subcommittee will be doing some research into funding and what all it's going to take to get the Bramlett's family's name on that plaque. And she has I'm looking forward to seeing what great things come out of that subcommittee. Not least, Mary Davidson Bell is our new subcommittee chair. She will be heading up housing. So we heard the concerns at our SGA retreat positive results soon. And I'm really excited for Mary Kate Saville, and to wrap up my officer report, we've narrowed down a meeting this Thursday at 5 o'clock. It's to be determined where we'll meet at, but more than likely in the SGA suite. Thank you all and have a good weekend.
All right, executive.
Huntley Human Sciences. So the moment you've all been waiting for, office hours start back this week. So you can find your page in the book. Just like we talked about our retreat, keep in mind those are going to be by Friday at 5 p.m. just with Labor Day coming up. I know a lot of people are going to the Dallas game. A lot of people won't be on campus on Labor Day. So we want to make sure that like you're not having to worry about turning in your office hour form going into the weekend. So those we do at 5 p.m. on Friday. And we have put the time for Senate Exec Committee. That is going to be at 7 a.m. on Tuesday. So get excited because you all have to go to one. So that's going to be our time for the semester. Tomorrow we're going to be in conference room B, and I'll let y'all know exactly what the rest of the rooms are going to be for the remainder of the semester. For my committee chairs, if all of you will send me your committee meeting time, so I can put that in the email that I send out tomorrow with the college office hour form, that would be super helpful so everybody is on the same page as to when every committee's meeting. Yes?
I've just got one question on office hours. Are they going to revert back to normal after this week?
Yes. So it's just ending at 5 on Friday with just the holiday on Monday. So y'all have to worry about coming to the student center and filling out all that class. We'll be here. And lastly, but not least, I would like to move PSSB 19090901 up to a current order of business.
Second.
All right, motion been made to move this into current order of business. Is there any debate? Seeing no debate, we'll now move into a vote. All those in favor of moving this to third order for the evening, please say aye. Click A. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it, and this will be a current order of business this evening. All right.
And you told us to do it one time.
What time? Alright, so now we're gonna move into liaison vote, starting with student veterans. No report. ISO.
Breathe Love ISO. So our social hours are back up in business. They happen at 4 p.m. Fridays in this room. So if you're interested in good food and meeting people from all over the world, it's probably a good place to start.
Alright, so talking about liaisons, we're in the process of formalizing what this position is and the procedure of getting them implemented more. So that is why you see Davis, would you like to stand up and introduce yourself as Davis Johns from ROTC at the moment. So right now, we're hoping we can get more implementation from around campus, but that's why he's here to see what Senate has to offer. Basically. All right, honors,
No report.
housing.
Oh, now the housing. Hey guys, this Saturday we had our neighborhood socials and they went pretty well. We had like over 100 residents go to each neighborhood, so that was good. They had fun, and we also yesterday we had our like monthly meeting and we talked about campus safety, and we're going to be promoting the campus safety walk, and we're really excited about that. Yeah.
Alright, so next in order are current orders of business.
Alright, PSSB 19082601 Student Academic Honesty Code Change.
Alright, this is brought to you by Senator Kramer.
Motion to table this bill indefinitely.
Okay. So there's been a motion made to, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, so all those in favor of tabling this bill indefinitely, please say aye. Click A. All opposed? The ayes have it, it's now tabled indefinitely. Sadie.
Say your business. Thank you, Mr. President. So as you can see, first reserve fund request of the year come through the Student Senate, and would love to get a lot of feedback here. It's a great opportunity for us to discuss the allocation of these funds. The BNF team has met. Just in a nutshell, they're requesting $8,145, and as we heard in the open forum, the editor-in-chief for the GLOM spoke that the Office of Information and Technology, they're moving away from this lease program, and so they're in desperate need for some computers so that they can continue the great work that they do for our camps and for our students. This is an $8,145 allocation, which will go towards 5 new iMac computers. They have upgraded RAM capability and a magic trackpad with each of them, which will allow the design team to work at its very best. And would love to get some questions on this and some feedback.
Senator Wagner.
Fire new business. How many computers did they have like before?
Great question. Thank you, Senator Wagner. They had 6 computers, and they've gone down to 5 now. They're encouraging the use of their own personal laptops as well, but they do feel that these 5 computers will allow for very efficient use.
Senator Patel.
Do you know how many organizations this leasing program is going to affect with the ending of it?
We're not sure as of right now, but we do expect a few other requests like this in the coming months during our term for situations like this.
Senator Holt.
Senator Sadie, I just want to commend you for the work that you put in. I know this was all the last moment. I want to thank Senator Huntley for all the work to get this on the floor tonight. I'm a little bit concerned. $8,145. That's a lot of money. Computers don't last a long time. That's 5 Macs. Someone who's used HPs for quite some time, can we not get away with using an HP? And that way, you know, we can cut that price significantly and invest in other organizations. My next question is, you know, computers don't last forever. And that's $8,145. How much was it when they leased the computers? Because with computers not lasting forever, you know, every 4 to 5 years you got to get a new one. So, you know, I'm not saying that I'm necessarily opposed to this bill, Senator Sadie. I'm just saying that I want to know if there are more feasible options that we can invest in and possibly save money and help disperse it and help other organizations out. Again,
Sure.
Senator Sadie, thank you for your work on this.
For the first question, thank you, Senator Holt. In answering that, one thing we were discussing a little earlier before this meeting, a lot of the major design firms are using these Mac computers. They have capabilities and the I don't want to say comfortability, but the students had been working on these Mac computers already. It was Macs that were in place before. If they were to change these computers, I'm sure there would be some bookstore, and the bookstore does have the Apple program for students. I'm sure we're getting at the minimum that educational pricing. Not aware of if there are any other discounts we receive because we order so many, but I do know we for sure have that educational pricing that's different than what maybe another business might pay.
Huntley Human Sciences, kind of want to echo what everybody else said and commend you on getting this done so quickly. I know this was a rush job, but it's super important that we support the Blum and all that they do to enhance the student experience and give them those memories to look back on, and they do it free of charge. So it's amazing what they do. But just to kind of clarify exactly what this bill is, because I know we have a lot of new senators and people who aren't on BNF, can you explain exactly what a reserve fund request is? Because I know $8,000 seems like a daunting number, but when you actually look at the process, it might not seem so much so. So just for everybody to have clarity when voting for the bill.
Right. Thank you, Senator Huntley. And yes, to explain, a reserve fund request is something that we're not really going to see every year. It's a little different. It's something that might be a one-time purchase. If I'm correct, the renovations of the student involvement suite, that's an example of a reserve fund request that came through, and the approval of that is something that we're not doing every year, but something that comes through that needs to be done. There's a need amongst the student body for this and for the benefit of the students, and by that coming through, it'll be a reserve fund request. The other option is a program expansion fund, which is going to be in addition to a certain line item specifically. It might be a year-to-year task, but in this case, great example of reserve fund request, kind of a one-time charge that we're not going to see for the next few years at the minimum. It comes through. Senator Huntley, thank you. That is a great point. Thank you for all you've done today as well, getting this to the docket.
So this is the same equipment they use in the industry, correct?
Yes, as far as I'm aware.
In my thinking of this, by buying this, it makes them better equipped to go into the industry. Would that be something?
Yeah, I would definitely argue that, yes.
So it's honestly worth the investment. Like you can cheap out, you can get a lesser grade, but we're at college and we're trying to make them ready for the industry. So that's my point of view.
Thank you, Chair. I totally agree 100%, and this is what the line of work that our students are hoping to go into. I hope that they're able to go into an interview down the road and say, hey, I'm well aware of the MacBook software. We've done this industry grade software before. Let me know what I can do. And I agree wholeheartedly.
Will it be going to business? I was just gonna ask if like the deadline on this and like how quickly it's approaching, and also how the software shifts from the computers they have now to the new iMacs. Is that a big issue for them in the middle of the work year before the Guam coming up? And when that lease ends, are the computers immediately taken from them?
So their first meeting is going to be on September the 11th, and these computers are going to be gone this upcoming month in September, early on. And so this is a desperate need, and if we did not get this through this evening, there would be a delay on their part, especially considering we would have to table this to another week to hopefully try and bring it back up in another form. So they would be out of work, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's October 15th that their first draft is due. And so we are on a bit of a time crunch, but upon approval of this, the computers can be in by a week, and it's going to take OIT a day or two to get this new software on these computers, maybe a little longer just depending. So it is a time crunch to say the least, but if we did get this approved this evening, I think they'd be ready to go by September 11th as far as our previous meeting concerning that, the questions that were answered.
Thank you.
None at large, and I also wanted to bring forth a little bit of clarification on the exact nature of this request because it might be a little bit confusing. PEFs and reserve fund requests come from different accounts, so by granting this, we're not denying another organization this $8,000. This is in a separate pot of money that gets added to every single year. So like this would not affect if SGA were to come forward to add new line items. This is just money that's going towards a one-time expense that comes from totally different folks. That's all that I would go.
Bryant, College of Business. I was just going to say our design and communication programs are some of the top ranked that our university has, and this is definitely a major piece that showcases that. And then knowing constituents who are members of the Guam, a lot of them do use their own personal computers, cameras, technology, and so I think this is a very, very modest request for everything they do and for what it requires to put a book of that caliber together.
Senator Hall.
Thank you again, Senator Say. I just want to make sure that
commend you all because I looked at my picture in the mom and I thought, "Dick, I'm about 2 photos away from being in Time magazine." Thank you all.
Taylor Kirsten. Just going off of Senator Disney's comment earlier about possible, like, I guess, I'm not really for sure, discount, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Would it be possible if we were to receive a discount after passing this bill, could the fund actually be decreased if not used all the way and those funds go to another reserve fund request later on?
That's a question for our parliamentarian.
So you're-
Carlos.
No, so if all that's not spent, then, I mean, it doesn't say exactly, because just whatever's left over, will just continue to be in the reserve fund.
Thank you for clarification.
Any other debate? Seeing up, sir,
Sorry. Is there any way to, instead of put a dollar amount, what would be the cost of the 5 computers? So that you can't, like she said, not use all of that fund?
If that was in there, we definitely wouldn't have a limit as well. If that was the route we wanted to go.
Osmond, Sam, I get exactly what both of you are saying, but I think in the lack of time that we have in order for them to produce the GOM on time and get it to the students, as expected, that it would be nice to just leave this as is and support it, because it's really important.
All right, any other debate? Okay, all right, seeing no one, not moving to a vote. All those in favor of passing this bill as written, please say aye, click A.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, the ayes have it, and this bill is adopted. Thank you. All right, so that is all we need in terms of legislation, so I'm gonna now move into my announcements. All right, so yeah, one, like everyone has said, retreat was great. Thank y'all for being there. Make sure if you haven't, I believe you should have gotten the form, the Google form, with us feedback. If not, we'll make sure you get that. Just make sure you fill out, just tell us what we could have done better, what went well, etc. Next, though, someone asked me at retreat about the business card. So myself, Senator Huntley, and Jack are about to meet. We were supposed to be last week, we're meeting today, talking about Senate materials. So we'll get back to you with the results of that.
Did you send that Google thingy in the weekly email?
No, it should have been in your meetings.
Okay,
So,
but we're not getting a weekly email yet, right? Like the minutes and stuff,
yeah, no, so you will get, yeah, you will get.
but we didn't last week. Because I'm just making sure, because I didn't receive one.
Okay.
Was one sent out?
No. I'm not looking at this, I guess, quite yet. We'll get those out. Anyway. Okay, next, yeah, MSAU informational sessions are this week. Make sure y'all are supporting those and pushing all the graphics, as well as the freshman forum. We'll have freshman committee in here sometime in the near future, so that will be coming out, so be on the lookout for that. Also, city council, so every Tuesday is city council, and we'll give them information if there's anything on our end where we need to report to the city of Auburn. So if you have anything that you might think needs to go to that, just let me know, and we'll talk to our representative in cabinet for that. All right, and my legislation of the week, thing I said I was gonna be doing, so 2011, I just wanted to talk about a resolution that was passed. So it was pretty informative about how cigarettes were not good on campus for educational reasons. So 466 other schools around the nation at that point in 2011 were smoke-free. The students polled, 64% of 400,000 students said that they believed that the policy should be enforced, that our campus should be smoke-free, and it was passed. So that is my legislation of the week, just showing how effective you can be with resolutions, bills, whatever the case may be, and be on the lookout for the next one. And yeah, also I hope y'all like y'all's nameplates. If anybody's name is spelled incorrectly, let me know. But after the meeting, and we'll get that taken care of. And that's all I have for my
I'll jump into our advisory pointers in a second. excellence, being efficient stewards of the money in which we're given. So thank you all for that. For those of y'all that had to leave retreat a little bit early, the advisors this summer were talking about how we normally give reports at the end of cabinet, or myself during the end of Senate, and sometimes it's just me giving the Senate a recap of the meeting and just a list of upcoming dates for y'all to be aware of, but really wanted to make sure we were doing a better job of making sure that we were really educating and equipping y'all during that. So what we've begun doing is what we're calling advisors 3-pointers, which are 3-minute reports on a certain topic, highlighting 3 different things on that topic. And so tonight I want to highlight campus resources, especially as the year starts. So I know Lady gave a great presentation about what all Student Affairs does, but also want to make sure that we talk about how these resources and how you can get access to them, and so you can relay this to your constituents as well. So the first resource we want to highlight is Auburn Cares. The mission of Auburn Cares is to assist students with navigating campus and community resources, provide coordination/follow-up during and after an injured, illness, or managed crisis. Essentially, like what she talked about, Auburn Cares is an office here that is there just to help provide for students. So some of the resources they have is with the C students. If you'll notice the white flag in the Student Center we sometimes see, as well as the Auburn Memorial, the service they do at the Auburn Memorial every year honoring those students. They also have the campus food pantry, which has non-perishable foods available to all enrolled students. They do the Feed the Family Fund, which is a need-based program that provides meal swipes to students, as well as the Student Success Funds, which is an emergency aid for unforeseen and hard financial hardships that impact a student. So if you know of anyone that you feel, or yourself, to refer to Auburn Cares, their website is listed there as well. But again, continue to share these resources with your constituents. Next, I want to highlight Safe Harbor. I'm going to read their mission verbatim. It's Auburn University's 24/7 free and confidential victim/survivor advocacy for any current Auburn University student or staff member who has ever experienced dating or domestic violence, sexual assault, and/or stalking and sexual harassment. They provide immediate support for survivors, as well as information and referrals related to medical, legal, and educational services, both on campus and the community. And they're very survivor-centered, meaning they work to support and empower survivors on all options they might have. The Safe Harbor, they have a 24-hour emergency line, which is listed there, as well as they're in the Office of Health Promotions and Wellness Services on the first floor, and that's the email for non-emergencies. They also gave us pamphlets and business cards, which we put on both the back doors, so feel free to take one to share with any of your constituents. Safe Harbor also spoke about how the start of the school year is always super exciting. Everyone's being back, but it's also known as the red zone because it's a time when sexual assaults on college campuses are most prevalent. So just making sure that you all are aware of all of these resources. Last resource we're going to highlight is Student Counseling and Psychological Services, which provides comprehensive, preventive, and clinical mental health services to enhance the psychological well-being of students. In addition to that, they have animal-assisted therapy, like Dr. Moose and Dr. Messi. They have a Zen Den in their Haley Center office, as well as a massage chair and yoga meditation equipment. They have one office which is in the medical clinic, and another office which is in the Haley Center, and their 24/7 urgent care service line is listed there, but they also do walk-in informations as well. So those are free resources. Just wanted to highlight for y'all. Thank you all very much.
Hey, city business, just real quick. Budget and Finance Committee, if we can meet afterwards for 2 minutes, that'd be great. Thanks.
All right, so I'm now going to go your eye clickers and click out. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, is there any other business? All right, seeing none, this meeting is adjourned.
Is it recording?
yeah, there you go. Nice place if you have.
I want to give some.
I saw some people.
You almost, tossed under the bus a little bit.
I know, that's what I told him. So I was like, oh, so I was like, if I'm over to Sean, questions of finance or just anywhere in the club. They're from this. It seems like somebody got the message and they never